All right, guys, going to be taking you through the training for the day. We're going to be going through the customer profiles. Now, I originally had broken these out into three separate slideshows just to be able to show the different customer profiles, but I thought I might as well just combine them all. So this is your Lawn Pride University 7 through 9. But it's just because I combined all three customer profiles into one and made this one slideshow. So we'll see how long it goes, maybe a little bit longer, but I don't anticipate it being too long. But we'll jump in here. So homeowner 1, this is our first customer profile. This is the high desire and low knowledge customer. And this is gonna be a lot. This is gonna be a lot of people. I know this was me. I had a very high desire to have a nice looking yard. Back when I was living in Utah, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And Utah's a lot easier than North Carolina, I can tell you that. And so I had no idea what I was doing. Had no idea that a service like Lawn Pride even existed. But I wanted a nice yard. And that's who this customer is. Okay, so who is this customer? It's the resident who wants to have a better looking lawn but doesn't have the knowledge that they would need to be able to accomplish this. What knowledge are we talking about? We'll get down to that when it comes to the difficulties, but this might be a new homeowner. New homeowners typically have never taken care of a yard on their own and never been in charge of all of the aspects of doing that, and so they may need a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance. The tips for mowing and watering will be really good for them, as well as working with us for their treatments. Might be a renter who hasn't ever taken on this responsibility. Okay, they might have been, let's say, in an apartment or an HOA that took care of it or something like that. And now they're responsible for that yard, especially if they are renting in an area that has an HOA, and the HOA might be fining them. There's typically a battle between the renter and the property management company as to who is going to pay the fines when it comes to the yards that are full of weeds and being cited by the HOA. So we can help renters to take on this, elimination of the weeds without having to pay all those different fines. Or perhaps it's just a new homeowner who moved here from a more stable climate, like in Indiana. That's where Lawn Pride is originally from. They almost exclusively serve cool weather grasses, so they know exactly what they're doing in there. A homeowner who moves from that type of a climate and only knows cool weather grass, and then they have Bermuda, all of a sudden they're not sure what to do. Or somebody who moved up from, say, Florida, and is now in an area in North Carolina where they can have some fescue or something that is along those lines, a cool weather grass that they've never seen before and never taken care of. The transition zone can get everybody, so that's something to keep in mind. The difficulties that they have is a lot of times they've tried to do it themselves with little to no success. They've tried different fertilizers, they've tried different herbicides, but they don't have the knowledge to be able to know when to apply it and how much to apply, and different things like that. And so we are there to help them to understand the science, help them to manage the treatments in relation to when they're supposed to apply those treatments throughout the year, as well as then giving them the products that they just don't have access to. There's a lot of products that are limited use because, they call it restricted use, and you have to have a pesticide applicator license in order to buy them. I have that, and so I can get access to a lot of products that they cannot, that are more powerful and will be way more helpful, and have been scientifically designed for their treatments. And so we've built those programs out so that they can best service their lawn, and so that would be a customer that would want to work with us for that. Now, what is their desire? Customer would like to have a beautiful yard that they can be proud of, and they want it to be taken care of in an expert fashion, and they know that they don't have the knowledge to do that. Okay, so they want to achieve those deep green colors that they see in some of their neighbors' yards, but they may not know how to do it. They want to eliminate the weeds they've been fighting over time. I just put out a video yesterday, a case study of my own lawn, and showing all of the different types of weeds and all of the struggles that it has had to go through. And so I understand intimately the battle with your weeds, and so being able to convey that to customers would be very important. And they don't want to have all the bugs that may have made a home in their yard. If they needed some grub control or anything like that, lots of times, most times, homeowners have no idea how to take care of those. Okay, and so these desires are all very, very achievable when they are working with Lawn Pride and working with our program. And why do they need us? What do we offer? They need what we offer because they can't accomplish it on their own. Honestly, that's just the long and the short of it. They can finally have the outdoor space that they want without having to go to school and get a horticultural degree to take care of their lawn. We can take care of that for them because we have a lot of people who already have those degrees and have put together the programs. But we can provide that with the knowledge that they lack. And so that is the first type of homeowner. What do they know and what don't they know about what we offer? They know that there's a way that they can transform their outdoor space. They see other people's lawns. They know that there's a way that they can accomplish that, but they just don't know where to go to accumulate the knowledge that they don't have. And they may have already been trying to do these things, but they weren't able to do it, or they were able to do it in a location that is completely different. And so the biggest thing is we want to make sure that they know that a service like ours exists, that they can have what they want if they want to employ an expert to service their problem or their yard. And whether the typical concerns, they may be more DIY oriented. They may have already tried to get in. They may think that they still can. They may think that they know more than we do. They may think that they're able to figure it out, and some people are, and those that are so gung-ho about it aren't going to be our customer. But if they think that they know, but we can help them figure out how little knowledge they have about the subject, then that may be a customer that we can acquire. So we want to definitely ask them how to help get them back on track to getting their goals. This person may have thought that they've tried it all, and it's just not going to work for them. And the long and the short of it is that's just not true. We're going to be able to help them out if they have the desire and if they have the patience to be able to allow us to service their lawn for them. It won't be something that turns around right away, but as long as we can build the trust that we know what we're doing and we'll take care of them over time, then this will be beneficial. So this is that customer who, throws their hands up and may not know what they don't know. So we'll help them out. Homeowner 2. This homeowner has the high desire but low time. So who is this customer? It's a resident who wants to have a better looking lawn. They may even know exactly what to do for it, but they don't have the time that they would need to be able to accomplish it. It does take time to be able to service your lawn correctly, and so they may just not know or may not have the ability to do that because of a busy schedule, either work or family or the like. So this person knows how to treat the lawn, but they may have new job, new responsibilities, and it just has taken them away from the ability to be able to service their lawn the proper way. They'll be able to discuss the product and the time schedule. They're going to be more knowledgeable than a lot of our customers, and so we want to be able to speak to a lot of the things that they want to speak to, and give them a little bit more light and knowledge when it comes to servicing their lawn. And they also may just not want to take the time. They may have the time if they wanted to break away from all of the other activities in their life that they need to do. But a lot of times the lawn is not the first priority when it comes to the prioritization timetable. So if they just don't want to take the time, then that's another customer who has low time and high desire. Now, what difficulties they have, it just takes time. It takes time to buy, organize, and treat the lawn. Buy the product, organize it over the course of the year, and then treat it. And they just don't have that time anymore. Change of job or events in their life may have led to the loss of time, and they may not want to take the time to be able to apply these. So we're able to save them all of that so that they can get back to what they want to do or what they have to do, whether it be travel, vacations. We make it so that they can have their lawn taken care of without any issue. And what is their desire? It's to have a beautiful lawn, but they don't have the time to do it for whatever reason. Desire to have that nice looking lawn, but they want it expertly done by someone else. Either they have to have it done by somebody else or they want to have it done by someone else, but they are going to be a little bit more knowledgeable and therefore a little bit more picky when it comes to what we actually are able to perform for them. Why do they need us and what do we offer? They need our services because they just want the job done right. They want it done by somebody who knows what they're doing, and they just don't want to be the ones to have to do it themselves. So we offer this customer the ability to trust someone outside of themselves to treat their lawn the way that they would if they had the time to actually make these applications themselves. So we want them to feel like they can be completely hands-off. They don't have to get involved, but their lawn's going to be taken care of in the best way possible. And so that's what we really want to offer them. What do they know about our service and what do they not? They know that there are services that can take the burden off their plate. I'm sure that they have done the research and have looked into all of the different services. So they're going to know some of the different names of other companies out there. Probably don't know Lawn Pride because we're not in this area or haven't been for a long period of time. And so most of them are going to know some of the larger companies like a True Green or an Xperia Green, but they're not necessarily going to be able to differentiate Lawn Pride from those. And so they're gonna be able to also probably provide estimates from other companies that they've gone with. And so we have to be able to help them see why Lawn Pride would be the company that they would want to trust with their lawn. Okay, so they'll be drawn, like I say here, to the 40 years of experience that Lawn Pride brings to the table. Lawn Pride's been doing lawn treatments for quite some time, and so there's a lot of science-backed treatments and research that has gone into the programs that that we put together for them. So they're going to trust the company that has that experience and the science to back up the treatments. So what are the typical concerns? They are going to want to get their lawn treated as if they were the ones doing it. Okay, and so they're going to be very particular when it comes to their lawn, and they're going to be specific about the services that they want. And so we just have to be prepared to discuss that with them and take it on. So this is that person who may have all the knowledge and the ability, but just doesn't have the time. Now, homeowner 3 is the homeowner or resident, right? So we don't just sell to homeowners. I keep on saying homeowner, but that's just to say somebody who is in the home. But this is a customer who has already signed up for a lawn service with somebody else, but they're not satisfied. And we can find these quite a bit. We'll be able to actually knock on these doors and touch base with a lot of these customers to say, hey, I can see that there's still some weeds. Are you 100% satisfied with the work that they've done, or is there something that is lacking that we can help with? And so this person signed up for the lawn service but has problem with the quality, has problem with the customer service. I hear that a lot with like a True Green, is that the customer service isn't quite what people would expect. It's not up to par. So we want to provide the best possible customer service for all of our customers, and being locally owned, we're able to do that a little bit better. Or difficulty getting on the schedule. A lot of these larger companies are scheduling out a couple of weeks, and so when we're able to undercut that and get somebody signed up relatively quickly, then that's something that they're usually pretty excited about. Now, what difficulties does this customer have? They're just not happy with the customer, with the service that they have currently. So either looks like I didn't rewrite this. Looks like it has some of the things from the last slide. So ignore these difficulties. The difficulties that this person has is that they may have lost trust with some of the services that they already have. So they've signed up with a service, it didn't work, so they might think that no services are going to work, that their lawn is too far gone, or I have too many weeds, or something like that. And so we have to reset expectations for them and let them know that we are able to take care of them, and that they can trust us with the applications to go on their lawn. And so that trust issue may be a difficulty that they have when it comes to working with a new company. Okay, what is their desire? They desire to have their lawn treated by a company that they feel cares about them and cares about their lawn. They need that extra care and reassurance that they'll receive when we go ahead and take over their treatments. But they do want to see results. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help them to trust us. And so if they give us a chance to get on their lawn and to do those treatments, then we will deliver the results that they're looking for. Why do they need us and what do we offer? They need our services because they've worked with a company that didn't deliver. Okay, and they need to know that we will. So they're interested in having a nice lawn. They cared enough to already pay somebody to do it. They took the steps, they took the action, and just didn't get out of it what they wanted. And so we can offer them, and typically what we'll do is we'll offer them the first treatment for free when they switch, so that they can see that it works. So that is typically a good selling point when getting somebody to convert from another service. They're aware that they can't do it alone. That's why they paid somebody in the first place, and they want a quality company like ours to help them out. And what do they know about our service? They know that there are services because they already have purchased one. They know that there's services out there like ours, and they've researched and done they've gone through the process of purchasing it. They're also going to be drawn to that 40 years of experience that we have, but they're going to, looks like I didn't finish the slideshow. Sorry about that, guys. Because this is the exact same as number 2. But I'm already 20 minutes in, so I'm not going to re-record it now. Just typical concerns for this project and this prospect, as I mentioned, is that they have already signed up for a service and it didn't work out for whatever reason. Whether it be the service, whether it be the product that was laid down, whether it be the results, nothing. Something about it did not sit well with them. They weren't satisfied. And so that is the customer that we are looking to convert from other services to ours. Typically, services in our industry do not have a contract or anything like that. And so they are able to switch over, and if we give them a free service to do so, then they'll see the results before they ever have to pay for anything. And so that is how I would speak to this customer. And they're angry. They're not satisfied. They're not happy with what they got going on. So sorry about not doing those last couple slides. I didn't realize that I hadn't switched that over, but you got the gist of it. If there are any questions about the type of customers, these are just a few of the customer profiles that I ran across when I was talking to people. So there's going to be more, and as we knock on more and more doors, we'll want to develop some of those customer profiles so that we know exactly how to sell to each one of them. And so if there's any questions, as always, make sure you get in touch with me, let me know. But other than that, we'll talk to you soon.